We're back at the disco. This is a 2004. Already has the steel bumper. The headliner. These things always have a terrible headliner. So you can see where it's leaked. It's coming down. We're gonna pull the headliner. With the headliner, we'll check the drains and make sure that's not leaking. But this should be a fun project, and then we'll see what we can get it stuck in. All right, let's get the headliner down. So this guy's gonna be working on that side. I'll be working on this side. You basically just start, there's screws, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all Phillips. Jesus. And try not to lose them, put them in this bucket. Then there's some stuff behind here, but it's not as much as you would think. So the silver ones go to this. All this stuff is Phillips so far. There we go. All right, hold on. Trying to break my light. There we go. Ta-da! To get these little garage handles off, there's a little cover here. They're real easy to break. They hinge from the base side, so grab the front and pull them back. Grab the front and pull it back. Don't just rip them off like my helper did on that side. And look, there just have a little 8mm hex. The other thing that's important to know, these little holders are real easy to break too. So there's a little door and you got to pop it from the back side. Yeah, I broke that one. Once you pop that little cover off, then you just loosen the Phillips screw and then you can pull the thing out. I managed not to break the little door on the driver's side. It hinges up. Push the bottom and it can kind of hinge towards the ceiling. Make sure this just clips in here. Yeah, actually I didn't break that. And then look, for some reason they do this. The plugs are surrounded by goo. I guess it's because they know it's gonna leak. All this is that stupid speaker. You can kind of pinch through the goo to get it off. It is super easy to break this piece. If you don't pull the weather sealing out, you will break it. This piece right here is held on by these little metal clips that go underneath that. And if you just start ripping at it, you'll break every single one of those connections. But if you take that off, they pop out real easy. Yeah. And then the top is just pushed in. But we don't have to remove it, we just need it to go down because we're just taking the headliner out, so that can just float there now. This little surround around the, there's a little clip at the back and this just pulls off. And then there's one for this sunroof too. Oh, these are broken. Nice. That's sad. Clips out, pulls off. Gotta get this down. I think there was one screw behind something, but like this stuff is actually attached to the, like a lot of this stuff is attached to the roof. It's behind this button. Okay, we thought all these handles were the same, so we quit showing you. We thought they were all the same. The very back ones at the, oh Jesus, there's a little plastic spacer. Oh, it's on the front and the back. So yeah, both of these have a spacer. Yeah. That one stayed. The center support of the headliner, you have to reach in and get to that button and pop it down, and then the screw is right there. You got to get these rear headrest off. So if you pull this down a little bit, you're less likely to ruin the screw. It's a T30. That might be all that's holding that stupid thing in there. No, it was not just that. There's something else somewhere. Okay, see the clip. It pushes that way. So push it towards the front. All right. I didn't actually break a single one of those. That is a flippin' miracle. Oh look, the headrests don't actually have to come down. They're going to though, because they're gonna be in the way. Those little 7 or 8 or whatever they were. Whee! There is a screw behind that, I think. Seven. Nope, there's 8. You'll follow me. What?
They both were in the, oh, they're hot.
Ta-da! Ooh, let's put these back. We feel like Matt Armstrong. We're putting screws back where they go for later. We're like Matt Armstrong. Oh, he's got some good cars. We have to take the top piece off And it's just these little push pins, except for these two, which are breakable. And I'll show you. Ooh, the grossly long ones go in the side. Okay. Oh, one more. These two, boop. I guess they do this just so you get in your head that they're all these little push pins. So then you just rip this cap off thinking it is, but it's not. It's a screw with a little protector.
They've already broken.
Okay. I think this just comes down now. Is there something I missed? No, it's just whatever's around here. Oh, there, look. That piece comes off and now it can slide forward. You guys got to move this stuff out of the way because this thing does not really fit. All right, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I think it's... Yeah. What? Oh, this is this stupid light. What in the flop? Oh, it's right here. Of course, it's in the goo. Here. This actually might come out. Let's see. They don't really make headliners fit inside of cars. It's stuck on something. Ta-da! It's caught around the door. There we go. Ta-da! All right, let's vacuum this thing. You have to get those pieces off of there. They're just little plastic knobs with a, oh my God, they're 9. Freaking odd number places. You just have to take all these little things off. They're just super thin little bolts. When we put these back on, we're gonna put these on by hand because they're super weak. Oh good, that one's not coming up. There's always one, guys. There he goes. Old headliner is gone. Now what you have to do is you got to get all that brown crap off, which I have a tool. This is what I use to get that foam off. And you want to use something like this where you can set the speed. Don't use an angle grinder. This thing I can set the speed to like 1,000 RPM. The angle grinder's lowest speed is too fast and it just flares those brushes out too much. Ta-da! Once I had all the old foam off, I decided just to paint this headliner. So this is just a layer of Kills primer. I decided to paint the headliner a color that matched the exterior paint of the car, or as close as I could get a sample paint from Sherwin-Williams to match. I just thinned the water-based paint with some water and sprayed it on with my HVLP gun. After the paint dried, I added back the trim pieces that attached to the roof and kind of got an idea what the green would look like. I wouldn't be sure if I really liked my decision until I got the thing back in the car, and at that point I'm kind of stuck with it because there's no way I'm taking it out again. Make sure you plug in that light. Yay! The Phillips screw with the washer is the screw that goes underneath this button to hold the center in. And don't forget the clips that hold the back edge. The long ones go in the back edge. Screwy caps. And then the last finishing touch, this little piece. So this thing, there's 2 grooves. This groove goes in the middle, and then the headliner goes in between there. Felt faces the car, the rubber faces the sun. This piece just snaps into place, and it has to go in before you put the headrest in. When snapping these pillars, what are these, B pillars?
Yes.
B pillars back in. Don't forget to pull down the trim so you can get these little clippy-doos in place. For the back, these, I lied. This does not go on first, that goes on second. These things are sided, so make sure you get the right one in or it won't freaking bolt. I don't know how to tell the difference, but one worked and one didn't. There's 3 bolts that hold this into place. There was 2 of these bigger hexes and then a little Torx. The Torx is the outside, these are the inside. I don't know why it's not focusing, but it's not. Imagine how cool a shot that would have been if it focused. This is one of the worst parts of putting this back together. You have to get a little Phillips head up through here, and it has to be perfect because there's a little tiny hole, and if it's kinked at all, it doesn't go in, and then it gets stuck. So just take your time putting the little Phillips heads in here. Make sure you're...
Look how mine is. It's like tooth.
Yeah, so, all right, if you screw with it long enough, you'll get all those in there. Make sure these cords are hanging out, and make sure you have your... That was plugged in. I don't know why it's not turning on. Don't forget to do your little visors, and I went ahead and broke the little latch on this one. Yay, and now the screw goes through there. Make sure before you put the headliner up, you did pull your power cords through for the visors. And then there's just these 3 Phillips head for visors. And with everything done, there's me. Hey, there's our roof. I mean, I don't know if the green was a good choice. Let's zoom out. I don't know if that's just a reflection. I don't know what that is. Oh, yeah, that's reflecting off of something. Oh, off of my loader. Or that orange is reflecting off of the mini excavator. I mean, the reason I picked green is because it kind of matches the exterior. And when I was driving it around without the headliner in, you know, I was kind of staring up at the metal roof, and it looked kind of cool. It's just looking up, seeing the green. My other video, I put a texture in, and I think the texture did a little better. This, I just did it as lazy as possible. I just straight up painted it because I wanted it just to be heavy duty. Yeah, I like it though, because it's staying, and I'm not redoing it. But yeah, got everything up there. And hell, this is an off-road vehicle, so it'll be fun.